Okay, folks, you ready for this? We're going deep today.
Deep dive time.
Yeah, a deep dive into everyday English.
That's right.
And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite deep dives we've ever done.
Oh yeah. This is gonna be fun.
It is because we're not talking about like, the boring grammar rules or,
Right. Textbook stuff.
yeah, the textbook vocabulary. This is all about those phrases and sentences that make you sound like
A native speaker.
a native speaker.
You got it.
So, I'm really excited about this because I
It
think it's
is.
so useful for people
It is.
learning English.
And I think what's really cool about it is that these everyday phrases,
Yeah.
you're not gonna find them in a dictionary.
Right.
They really reflect
Yes.
cultural nuances,
Yes.
like humor
Yeah.
and just subtle ways of expressing yourself.
Exactly. And so we've got this great collection of authentic English.
Right.
Phrases and sentences. And our mission today is to break them down
Yeah.
and help you understand not just what they mean,
Yeah.
but how native speakers
Actually use them.
actually use them in real life.
Yeah, because being able to use these phrases naturally
Yeah.
is really going to help you sound more fluent
Yes.
and confident.
Really well. Okay, so let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
Our first stop is office life and tech talk.
Ooh.
And I've got to say the phrase scheduling conflicts always makes me laugh.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, everyone in the office knows that.
Mm-hmm.
That really just means like,
I'm way too busy.
yeah, I'm way too busy or I just don't want to go to that meeting.
Yeah, it's like a polite way
Yeah.
to say no.
It is a polite way to say no.
Instead of just saying, I don't have time.
Right. Which is very direct.
Right.
And it's so common. I hear people using that phrase
all the time.
all the time.
In offices, yeah.
But then there's forgetting to lock your screen. And this one hits close to home because I actually once left my screen unlocked and
Oh, no.
my coworker decided to have a little fun
Oh, no.
with it. And she changed my desktop background to a picture of a dancing cat.
Oh, that's good.
It was hilarious.
Right.
But it was a good reminder to always lock my screen.
Yes, always lock your screen.
Oh, so
It's funny how those phrases are so tied to specific situations, like
Yeah.
electrical machine.
Right.
That's a piece of gym equipment. We're not really going to hear that phrase in the office unless your office has a gym in it.
Right, exactly. Oh, and speaking of tech talk,
Yes.
what about marching ants?
Marching ants!
Yeah, those little dotted lines
Mm-hmm.
that appear when you select something
Yes.
in like a design program.
Yes, I know what you mean.
It's such a weird.
It's such a strange but vivid
Yes.
description.
Yes, and I love it.
It is. It's really creative.
Another phrase here I see is, I'm a bit hesitant to use too much force. I'm afraid I'll break it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I say that one all the time.
I think we all do, right?
I do, especially when I'm trying to open a jar of pickles or something.
Yes, or like a delicate piece of equipment.
Yes, exactly.
And I think that phrase also reflects our culture a little bit.
Oh, how so?
Well, we value being careful
Oh.
and polite.
Yeah.
And so
It's better to be safe than sorry.
exactly, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Okay, well, let's shift gears a little bit
Okay.
and talk about health and immunity.
All right.
Okay?
Ready.
I'm sure we've all said this.
Uh-huh.
I've been sneezing all day.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like that's like,
It's like the universal sign of not
is you.
feeling well.
I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
people are usually really sympathetic when you say that.
Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, no, I hope you feel better soon.
Exactly.
Now, another common phrase is, you've got a pretty strong immune system,
Yes.
which is kind of a way of like
Yeah, it's like a compliment.
a compliment, right?
Like, wow, you're so healthy.
Yeah. You're so healthy, you never get sick.
You must be doing something right.
And it's a good compliment to get,
Oh, yeah.
especially during cold and flu season,
Especially during cold and flu season.
when everyone around you is getting sick.
Yes, exactly.
And how about you got over that cold really quickly?
Oh, yeah, that one's good.
That one is good.
It's like a combination of surprise and relief
Yes.
because you're acknowledging that they were sick,
Right.
but you're also happy that they recovered quickly.
Exactly. Okay, so moving on to navigating choices and freedom.
Ooh.
Choices. I love this phrase.
Yeah.
I'm a bit torn about which one to choose.
Oh, I relate to that one so much.
I know, we all do. It's like
Yeah.
such a common feeling.
Because there's so many choices in life,
There are.
and sometimes it's really hard to decide.
Right. And I think the word torn is so interesting there
It is
because it really implies that there's this like,
an internal struggle.
yes, an internal struggle.
Like you're being pulled in two different directions.
Yes.
I love that word.
Speaking of choices, I was really intrigued by the phrase They let their cat roam freely, run free.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting one.
It is, because I feel like
It says a lot about our culture.
it does.
And how we view pets.
How we view pets, especially cats.
Especially cats, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, some people might think it's great to let their cat
Have freedom.
have freedom, yeah, explore.
Explore.
But other people might be worried about the cat's safety
Yes.
or, the impact on the environment.
Right, like the birds and the squirrels.
Exactly. And there are other ways to say it too, like let their cat wander
Right.
or give their cat free rein.
Yeah, those all have slightly different nuances.
They do.
They'll think, okay,
Yeah.
back to the digital world.
Back at the computers.
We have phrases like, but there's no copy option,
Oh, yeah.
which is like the most frustrating thing
No words.
when you're trying to copy and paste something.
And you can't find the option.
You can't find it's like, where is it?
Exactly.
Then there's that way you don't have to use that scroll bar at the bottom,
Oh, yeah, the scroll bar. That's a classic.
which is super helpful
It is.
if you're trying to explain to someone how to
Navigate a website.
navigate a website.
Yeah, or document.
Yeah, and then of course this is a preview of the design,
Yes.
which is essential for
Any kind of
creative work.
creative work. You got to see what it looks like before you
Send it
send it up to the client.
Exactly.
Okay, time for a little punctuation quiz.
Oh, I love quizzes.
Semicolon,
Okay.
parenthesis,
All right,
colon, square brackets,
Wow.
curly brackets.
Okay.
I think I need a refresher course on all those.
You know what?
Yeah,
It's good to review punctuation
it is.
because it's so important for clear writing.
Yeah.
And even a small thing like a comma
Yeah,
can change the meaning of a sentence.
it really can. Okay, and finally, we are on to observations and details.
All right, let's observe.
And we're starting with simple words like cord.
Yeah. And lanyard.
Lanyard.
But then we have a more descriptive phrase. There are some coffee stains left on the inside of the cup.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I feel like that's something we see every day.
We do, but
Yeah.
it's interesting how we have these specific phrases
We do.
to describe these everyday things.
And it's important to be able to describe things accurately.
It is, because
Yeah.
think about it. Like, if you're giving directions
Mm-hmm.
or explaining a problem
Yeah.
or just like sharing an observation with someone,
Right.
you need to be able to use the right words.
Oh my gosh, this deep dive has been so much fun.
I know, right?
I feel like
Shakes
I've
the-
learned so much about everyday English.
Me too. And I think the key takeaway here
Yeah.
is that these phrases may seem simple,
Mm.
but they're actually really packed with meaning
Yes.
and a cultural context.
Yes, they are.
And so by paying attention to how native speakers use them,
Uh-huh.
you can improve your fluency,
Yes.
but also gain a deeper understanding of the language and the culture.
it's all connected.
It is.
So to our listeners out there,
Yes.
here's a final thought.
Okay.
Start noticing these phrases in your everyday life.
Yes.
In conversations,
Yeah.
in movies, in TV shows,
In music.
and try using them yourself.
Yes. Practice, practice, practice.
Exactly. The more you practice,
Yeah,
the more natural they'll become.
they will. And remember, language learning is a journey.
It is.
So just enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Have fun with it.
Have fun with it.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes.
No mistakes are part of the process.
They are.
So embrace them.
All right. That's it for our deep dive today.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.